scandal, secrets, and second chances. This is the lifeblood of the ton. Just when you think every story has reached its end, a new chapter opens, filled with whispers of forbidden love, long-awaited reunions, and dangers hidden beneath polished smiles. As Season 4 of Bridgerton approaches, fans are bracing themselves for new hearts to enter the ballroom and for old flames to reignite under the flicker of candlelight. But before we look ahead, let us turn back, because the past still Season 3 left the ton in turmoil, with passions burning brighter than ever, and secrets threatening to unravel even the most carefully stitched reputations. We saw friendships tested, families divided, and romances blossom in the most unexpected corners. Every ballroom dance carried with it the weight of unspoken truths, and every fleeting glance told a story louder than words. One of the greatest questions at the end of the season was about love. Love that refused to be silenced, and love that demanded sacrifice. Characters who once stood in the shadows stepped into the spotlight, showing us that even in a world ruled by status and appearances, the heart makes its own rules. It was not just about finding love, it was about fighting for it, even when society said it should not be. But with every new union comes a ripple effect. Families were forced to reconsider their place in the ton, and rivals sharpened their claws, ready to strike at the smallest hint of weakness. The season reminded us that power and romance are deeply entangled. To love boldly in this world is to risk everything: your title, your reputation, even your future. Yet behind the glittering gowns and enchanting music, darker truths lingered. Letters passed in secret, promises broken in silence, and bonds tested beyond recognition. Some characters stood victorious in love, while others were left wounded, waiting for another chance to heal or to seek revenge. As the final notes of Season 3 faded, audiences were left not with closure, but with questions. Questions of who will rise, who will fall, and who will dare to challenge society's expectations once more. Because in the world of Bridgerton, no ending is ever truly an ending. It is only the beginning of a greater, more scandalous tale. Holds the answers to what comes next. The ton is never still. Just as the chandeliers are polished and the carriages line the cobblestone streets, whispers of fresh arrivals begin to stir. Every new season brings more than just gowns and dances. It brings opportunity. Opportunity for alliances, for rivalries, and most dangerously, for love that no one saw coming. And in Season 4, the ballroom is preparing to welcome figures who promise to change everything. Imagine the scene: the grand doors of a glittering hall opening, every eye turning toward an unfamiliar face. A stranger whose very presence demands attention, whose every step hints at secrets yet untold. In the world of Bridgerton, new characters are never mere guests. They are catalysts. They arrive carrying stories of their own. Some may seek redemption, some may thirst for power, and others may simply long to belong in a world that will judge them with every glance. But who are they, and what purpose will they serve? A fresh face in the ton can be as dangerous as an open scandal column. They may capture the heart of a beloved character, turning romance into rivalry. They may uncover secrets long hidden, forcing old wounds to reopen. Or they may be the very reason old flames find their way back to one another, rekindled by the spark of jealousy or the longing of what once was. It is often said that every new arrival is like a pebble dropped into a still pond. The ripples travel far and wide, touching lives in ways no one expects. And so it will be in this coming season. The ton is ready to test them, to gossip about them, to either welcome them with applause or cast them out with whispers. The question is not whether these new faces will make their mark, but how deep that mark will cut into the delicate fabric of the world we know. Because in Bridgerton, no one enters the ballroom without consequence. Each introduction is a gamble. Each smile hides intent, and each step upon the dance floor brings us closer to scandal. Season 4 will not simply introduce new characters, it will unleash forces that could alter the balance of love, loyalty, and power forever. The past has a way of slipping back into the present, especially in a world where every whispered name and every stolen glance lingers longer than the echo of a violin. In Season 4, the return of old flames is not just a promise of romance. It is a promise of unfinished business, of hearts that once burned together and now risk reigniting under the eyes of the entire ton. Picture it, a familiar figure stepping once more through the gilded doors of a glittering soiree. A face we know, a presence impossible to ignore. Time may have passed, but time does not erase what the heart remembers. Love left unresolved is the most dangerous of all, for it carries both tenderness and torment. Will old passions return sweeter, tempered by wisdom and loss, or will they return wilder, threatening to consume all reason and reputation? Old flames in Bridgerton are rarely gentle. They bring with them the weight of regret, the sting of betrayal, or the ache of opportunities once denied. A second meeting is never just a reunion. It is a test. Can two people who once stood apart find a way to stand together again? And if they do, what will they risk this time that they could not risk before? Yet not every flame returns to rekindle love. Some return to spark scandal, to stir jealousy, or to remind others of mistakes long buried. In a society obsessed with appearances, the re-emergence of an old lover can shake even the most carefully curated reputation. A single dance, a lingering glance, a slip of a smile, it is enough to ignite whispers that spread like wildfire. And so, the ballroom becomes more than a stage for new beginnings. It becomes a battlefield for the past and the present. Season 4 dares to ask, when love returns, does it heal, or does it destroy? In this world, the embers of old romance may be the brightest flame of all, but it is also the flame most likely to burn everything in its path. Behind every polished smile and every graceful bow in the ton lies a truth far less elegant. This is a society built on appearances, yet it thrives on secrets. And in Season 4, those secrets are no longer content to remain hidden. They creep through hushed conversations in candlelit corridors, slip into anonymous letters, and explode into scandals that ripple through every ballroom in Mayfair. Power in this world is not measured only by wealth or title. It is measured by influence, by who controls the stories whispered behind fans, who bends the ears of powerful men, and who dares to stand against the rigid rules of society. A single scandal has the power to destroy a family name that took generations to build. A single secret, if revealed, can topple even the most carefully arranged future. But here lies the danger. Secrets are never truly buried. They linger, waiting for the moment when they can wound the deepest. Lovers conceal their affections to avoid ruin. Families hide betrayals to preserve status, and rivals cloak their ambitions in charm until the perfect chance arises to strike. Season 4 will peel back these veils, showing us that behind every romantic pursuit lies the shadow of ambition and the threat of exposure. And scandal. Scandal is the true heartbeat of the ton. It is what Lady Whistledown thrives upon, what every guest at a ball secretly longs to hear. It is the forbidden thrill that reminds society that no one, not even the most noble, is safe from ruin. In this new season, the smallest misstep could be magnified into a weapon, and every embrace could be twisted into evidence of betrayal. What makes Bridgerton intoxicating is not only who falls in love, but who dares to keep that love alive when the world is eager to tear it apart. Power, secrets, and scandal will shape every decision, every marriage, every kiss stolen behind velvet drapes. And as the music swells and the season unfolds, one truth becomes clear. In the ton, love is never simply love. It is strategy, it is survival, and it is always, always dangerous. Whispers travel faster than the sound of a violin bow striking its first note. And when it comes to Bridgerton, no whisper is louder than the theories fans carry in their hearts. Season 4 has not even arrived, yet the ton is already alive with speculation. Some believe it will be a season of rekindled passion, where old loves are given a second chance under the flicker of candlelight. Others predict betrayal, heartbreak, and scandal so great It will shake the very foundations of the Bridgerton family. One of the most tantalizing questions: whose love story will take center stage? Fans have pieced together clues, dissected glances, and reread Whistledown's every word as if it were prophecy. Will it be a tale of fiery passion or one of slow-burning devotion? Will an unexpected character step forward and claim the spotlight, rewriting the rules of what a Bridgerton season can be? Then there are the theories of scandal, always the most delicious part of any season. Viewers wonder which secret will spill first. Will a hidden romance rise from the ashes of heartbreak? Will a character long thought to be finished in the story return, carrying truths no one dares to face? Or will Season 4 unveil a new rivalry so sharp it divides families and sets the ton ablaze with gossip? But perhaps the most thrilling speculation is about Lady Whistledown herself. The quill that rules society has always had the power to shape futures with a single page. Fans ask, will Whistledown's pen grow bolder, more reckless, or will her writings finally lead to her downfall? In a world where words lead to her downfall? In a world where words can wound more deeply than swords, this theory alone keeps audiences restless with anticipation. These theories are not just guesses. They are the heartbeat of the Bridgerton fandom. Each one is a candle burning in the dark, a hope that the next season will deliver more than just romance. It will deliver surprise, because in Bridgerton, the only certainty is that nothing is certain. And as we wait for Season 4, one truth remains. The gossip has already begun, and every fan is part of the ton. The chandeliers dim, the music softens, and yet the whispers do not fade. For every love story that blooms in the open, a dozen more wait in the shadows. Season 4 is not merely a continuation of what has been told. It is a rebirth of everything that makes the ton dangerous, dazzling, and impossible to ignore. New faces will dazzle us, old flames will tempt us, and secrets will bind us tighter than ever to the fate of these families. But what makes this season feel inevitable, even before it begins, is the tension left hanging in the air. Questions unanswered, promises unfulfilled, and romances unresolved. All threads that beg to be woven into the tapestry of what is coming. We stand on the edge of something intoxicating, where every glance may be a vow, and every smile may hide betrayal. For some, the season ahead will be a chance to rise, to claim love and power with both hands. For others, it will be a downfall, a slow unraveling beneath the weight of scandal. And for us, the watchers, the faithful witnesses to every waltz and every secret kiss, it will be a season to remember. One where passion and danger walk hand in hand, and where hearts are both healed and broken beneath the glow of ballroom candles. So prepare yourself. The next chapter of Bridgerton is not simply about romance. It is about survival in a world that delights in tearing lovers apart. It is about the fire of desire, the sting of betrayal, and the thrill of forbidden secrets waiting to be revealed. And as the curtain rises on Season 4, only one thing is certain. The ton is watching, Lady Whistledown is writing, and no one, absolutely no one, is safe from what comes next. The season is about to begin. And so as the echoes of violins fade and the ballroom doors close for now, we are left with anticipation hanging in the air like perfume. Season 4 of Bridgerton does not simply promise romance, it promises transformation. It dares us to believe in second chances while warning us of the price of desire. It whispers of newcomers who will shift the balance of power, and it tempts us with the dangerous return of old loves who may either heal or destroy the hearts they touch. But the true beauty of this story lies in its uncertainty. Who among the ton will rise to claim happiness, and who will be left shattered by scandal? Which families will guard their secrets most fiercely, and which will be undone by them? And most importantly, who will Lady Whistledown choose to immortalize with her sharp and merciless pen? These are not just questions for the characters. They are questions for us, the eager audience, who watch with bated breath as if we, too, are seated in that glittering ballroom. This is the promise of Bridgerton, that every ending is a new beginning, that every scandal is an invitation, and that love, whether tender or tempestuous, will always find a way to set the ton ablaze. Season 4 is no mere continuation. It is the dawn of a new chapter, a season that will linger long after the final bow. And now, dear listener, the story passes to you. What do you believe awaits us in the dances and duels to come? Which whispers do you think will prove true, and which flames will reignite when the season begins? Share your predictions, for the ton thrives on speculation, and your voice is part of the very gossip that makes this world come alive. Until the next note is played and the next secret revealed. Remember this: in Bridgerton, no heart is safe, no reputation is untouchable, and no season is ever without scandal. The quill is ready, the ink is fresh, and the story is only just beginning.